Well, good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. Um, yeah, it's hump day. Today is the day I'm supposed to be on with the Dan Saleo show, and thus far I've not heard from Dan today. So I don't know if this is going to be that they're giving me some mercy and giving me a break since the Cowboys are ass or not, but I'm still waiting for Dan Saleo because I know what'll happen is they won't call me and give me a link and everybody say I'm going to say I'm a scared ass biatch. Okay, I know that's how it goes. Be that as it may, be that as it may, I'm here, and I'm a grown ass man that stands up behind my stuff, win, lose, or draw. So, Stephen A. Smith has, of course, always talks about how much he hates the Cowboys, but yet is always hanging out with Jerry Jones. Has come up with insider information that the deal is done, that Bill Belichick is going to be the coach of the Cowboys, right? Which, of course, everybody's clicking on and checking out. It's funny how many people are always linked to the Dallas Cowboys, and yet it never happens. We were linked to Derrick Henry, weren't we? Derrick Henry, right? We've been linked to pretty much every good player or coach out there. Remember when Sean Payton was linked to the Cowboys to replace Mike McCarthy? Remember when Urban freaking Meyer was linked to being the Cowboys' next coach and things? All this stuff is bull-jiggity. So bull-jiggity. But be that as it may, if it is where there's hope of Bill Belichick coming in to save the Dallas Cowboys, I hate to tell you this, people. If it was just that the Dallas Cowboys were completely underachieving and had better talent than everybody else, I might say that yes, there you go, Bill Belichick will make a difference. All this stuff is deflection, because instead of us burying Mike McCarthy, which we always do, or burying Dan Quinn and saying Dan Quinn just sucks, you have to understand that what we have right now, a coach is not solving those problems. I don't care what coach you bring in here. Let me ask you a question right now. Let me ask a question right now. And I mean no disrespect to our players. But let me ask you, how many of our defensive linemen are starting on other teams? How many of our defensive linemen would be able to start on other teams? It's a real question. It's a real question. I'm going to ask you another one. How many of our wide receivers, not named CeeDee Lamb, who checked out in the game last week, are starters on other teams? Let me ask you another question. How many of our running backs are starters on other teams? See, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if who coaches it, if you put me out there on the team. You could have Bill Belichick as the coach, but if you're coaching Mark Holmes at this age to be on there, he's not winning. This is more deflection and hype, because this is what the Cowboys do. They get us sold in on a couple little things, and we forget about all of the other problems that are there. The reality is, Jerry Jones being the cheap-minded guy, him and Stephen Jones, that always go for the sizzle instead of the substance, and always want to bullshit you and tell you things that you can't do. Oh, we paid Dak and CD, so we can't pay anybody else. Well, here's the thing. I've seen the Eagles figure out a way to go ahead and get Saquon on his team after paying Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. I've seen San Francisco finds a way to pay Deebo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey, and George Kittle, and Trent Williams. And we'll pay Brock Purdy. And I don't hear them say, we can't. The Dallas Cowboys are the only ones that can't. If you cannot legitimately look and say, we did everything to help Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott succeed, then how can you blame the coach for not being a success? Take a look at the team. You know, I know it's easy to say Dak sucks. But what you're asking Dak to do, and you can say, well, he's not Josh Allen. And let me say, Josh Allen is having a great season right now. First 3 games, he seems to have taken care of his turnover issues, which have plagued him, and he's doing a great job. I have to say that, because I'm going to trash you when you're ass, and I'm going to praise you when you're not. And right now, he deserves being praised. And people will say, well, it's because he doesn't have, Diggs now. He's doing even better. Well, sometimes when you have just one great player, they force you to try and use them. What he's doing is he's using everybody, and they also have a running game. The Cowboys right now, what we're putting on the field as a running game is disrespecting every running back that has been here for the Dallas Cowboys. Sorry. We're terrible. I love Zeke. I would love to see Zeke get 1,000 yards. But at the present time, I don't think he's going to get anywhere near that. I like Rico. Nice guy. I want to see him do well. But I don't think he's getting anywhere near 1,000 yards. And for whatever reason, they brought in Dalvin Cook, and they won't even put him on the field. So understanding that you have spent less money than everybody else in the NFL over the last 8 years, and somehow expect them to overcome having a lack of talent when others are constantly trying to grab it. Changing coaches, you can bring in Bill Belichick. That'll spark some interest, sell some jerseys, and get people hyped up and everything else for us being them boys, and think that that's all of a sudden going to change Jerry and Stephen Jones. We've been down that route with Bill Parcells, who is an incredible evaluator of talent and a guy who always leaves the cupboards full. But guess what? Bill Belichick couldn't overcome Jerry and Stephen Jones and their penny pinching and BS. And Bill Belichick won't be able to either, unless Jerry Jones has a sea change, which I don't think is going to happen. We're stuck in this rut until Jerry changes, and maybe we change the GM.